Okay, so this is chapter 4, conics. So we're gonna look at 4.3 parabola for today. So we have two types for parabola. The first one, we might have something with x square, and on the right hand side we only have y to the power of 1. Or another one is that we have y square on the left hand side. On the right hand side we are having something with x, but x is only to the power of 1. Okay, so let us look at this. So this is x minus h square equal to 4p y minus k. So if you take out the h and k, that is actually your vertex hk. Based on the graph, vertex is this one. So now what is the focus? So focus is actually a point inside our parabola. So if this is your parabola, focus is actually inside here. So that is your focus. So we're gonna calculate focus using this p value here, because the distance from the vertex until the focus, this distance here should be p. So since this is y, I should add p to the y. So the focus will be h and then k plus p. For directrix line, again this distance should be p. So this is the kind of line that we will have. Okay, so now this is y, so that means y must be equal to k minus p. So that is your directrix line, y equal to k minus p. Okay, so this one we have y minus k square equal to 4p x minus h. So take out the h, take out the k, that one will be your vertex hk. So the vertex is actually this point over here. Focus is somewhere inside of our parabola. So let me write down, this is our focus. So vertex, focus. So again the distance here is p. So that means I should actually adding the p to the x. So this one will be h plus p and k. So that is our focus. Directrix line, again the distance over here is p. So this is the x equal to h minus p. Okay, so now after you calculate your p, you can actually see, so you might get one of these two value of p. So you might either get p that is a positive number or p that is a negative number. So what is the difference between them is that if you have a positive number of p, your graph should go upward. If you have a negative number of p, negative value of p, then the graph should go downward. So same thing over here, you're gonna have two different value, either p that is less than 0 or greater than 0. So if p is greater than 0, you're gonna have an open to the right graph. If you have p that is less than 0, you're gonna have something that is open to the left. So open to the right, open to the left. Okay, so let us try to do some example. Find the vertex, focus and directrix of x square minus x minus 3y minus 2 equal to 0. So firstly, let us see what is the square. So I'm having x square over here. So other than x square and x, everything else should go to the right hand side. So x square minus x equal to 3y plus 2. And then we have to do computing the square for this one, because we need to calculate the vertex. So this is x minus half square minus half square, and this is equal to 3y plus 2. So let us bring this one to the right hand side. So I'm going to be left with x minus half square equal to 3y plus 2 plus 1 over 4. So this is 9 over 4. So we got 3y plus 9 over 4. And then x minus with half square. Okay, so if you see any coefficient of y, we should factorize them. So 3, and then y plus 3 over 4. And this one is x minus half with a square. Okay, so now let us compare this with x minus h square equal to 4p y minus k, in order for us to see what is hk. So if you compare them directly, you should be able to see h is half, and then k is actually negative 3 over 4, And then if we compare, for P is actually equal to 3, P is actually equal to 3 over 4. So we know that P is greater than 0. So x squared, it can either be open upward or open downward. So since the P is positive, we know that this one is definitely open upward. Okay, so now let us see what is the focus. So imagine this is your graph and this is our vertex. So the distance here is P, so I should add the P to the Y. So this one gonna be H and then K plus P. So the focus will be H half and then K plus P. So we're gonna get negative 3 over 4 plus with 3 over 4. So this one gonna be half and 0. So that is the focus. Oh, by the way, I forgot to write down the vertex. So the vertex here is actually half and negative 3 over 4. Let us do the directrix. Okay, so directrix. So we have to deduct P below here. So it should be Y equal to K minus P. So Y will be equal to negative 3 over 4 minus with 3 over 4. So this is negative 6 over 4. Therefore, Y is negative 3 over 2. Okay, so let's go to the next one. Find the vertex, focus and directrix of y squared minus 2y plus with 2x. So now we can see that we have y squared on the left hand side. So other than y, everything else should go to the right hand side. So I'm going to have y squared minus 2y equal to negative 2x. And then do computing the square here. So bracket square minus bracket square equal to negative 2x. So this is y. Negative 2 divided by 2, negative 1, 1. So this one going to be y minus 1 square equal to negative 2x plus 1. And then of course you should factorize any coefficient of x that you see. So factorize negative 2 outside, we're going to have x. And then factorize with negative 2 for the 1 as well. This one going to give you negative 1 over 2. So do check. When we times them, we should be able to get positive 1. So this is y minus 1 squared. And then compare them with y minus k square equal to 4p x minus h. So we're going to compare them and then see what is the h and the k. So compare them, we're going to see that k is equal to 1. Compare these two, we're going to see that h is equal to half. And then 4p is actually equal to negative 2, p is actually equal to negative half. Therefore, the vertex will be h and k. Therefore, the vertex will be half and 1. Okay, so now based on the p, I know that this is p that is less than 0. So if we have a y square, it should either be open to the right or open to the left hand side. Since p is negative, I know this one should be open to the left. Okay, so now let us calculate the focus. So for the focus, this distance should be p. Therefore, I should add the p to the x. So this is h plus p with k. Therefore, this is half minus half with 1. So the focus will be 0 and 1. Meanwhile, for the directrix, x should be equal to h minus p. So this is half minus half. So this is half plus half. Therefore, x is equal to 1. So that is how we find the vertex, the focus, and the directrix.